Hey guys, let's talk about TMJ, or should I say TMJ pain, because everyone has a TMJ. TMJ stands for your temporomandibular joint. It's this jaw joint right here that helps you open and close your mouth. Now, a lot of people, when they have pain in their jaw, they say they have TMJ, but it's really called TMD, or temporomandibular disorder. So some of the symptoms you get when you have this TMJ disorder are not just jaw pain. You can also get this popping and clicking when you open and close your mouth. You can get the shifting of your jaw where it kind of shifts to one side when you open or close. And you can also get headaches. You can get pain that spreads to your ear because this joint is so close to your ear, and you can even get tooth pain. And some other symptoms are if your jaw is just hard to move, if it's hard to open or close or just move in general. Because this TMJ joint isn't just for opening and closing. It can also go side to side and really move in any direction. When you're chewing your food, you're really not just opening and closing like this. Your jaw is actually moving in different directions. So I'm going to go over 5 causes of TMJ pain and how to fix your TMJ pain. So number 1, and the biggest cause, is if you're grinding or clenching your teeth. Have you ever had that feeling where you're really stressed out or you're really focusing on something during the day and you start just grinding your teeth together, you start clenching your teeth together? Well, not only is this going to damage your teeth and make your teeth shorter and flatter and potentially fracture your teeth, this is also going to cause a lot of inflammation in that TMJ joint. Because like I said, anytime you're moving your jaw, it involves that TMJ joint. And if you're grinding and clenching your teeth a lot, then you're also going to involve a lot of the muscles that are involved in basically chewing your food. And that's all these muscles in your face and some of them in your head area. Now, grinding and clenching your teeth during the day is one thing, but you could also be doing it at nighttime without even realizing it. So if you're waking up in the morning with this jaw pain or headaches, or someone hears you grinding or clenching your teeth when you're sleeping, then you should definitely go to your dentist, because there is a simple solution that can prevent you from grinding and clenching your teeth and get rid of this TMJ pain. So your dentist will probably make you something called a bite guard. So a bite guard is basically this thicker retainer that you'll wear on either your top or your bottom teeth, only on one arch. And this will basically protect all of your teeth. Now, this custom bite guard is a little different than those mouth guards you can get at a sporting goods store, because this bite guard is literally custom made for your mouth. And that also means that the bite that you have on this bite guard is even throughout. So in turn, this ends up relaxing your jaw muscles. So you're not putting as much pressure on all these muscles, and you're not creating as much inflammation in that TMJ joint. Now, the good news is you can also use this bite guard during the day. Like, let's say you are going for long drives, and every time you drive, you find yourself grinding or clenching your teeth. Well, you can just use this bite guard when you're driving, so that if you do start grinding or clenching your teeth, you're not going to create that inflammation. Now, if you are grinding your teeth in your sleep, you might want to also improve your sleep in general, because grinding your teeth while you're sleeping is considered a sleep-related movement disorder. What the current research is showing is when you grind your teeth, it's actually linked to a microarousal in your sleep. So that means it's a brief moment of you waking up in your sleep, but you don't even remember it. Now, the thing is, something has to trigger this arousal in your sleep. And what the research shows is 50% of the time when you're grinding your teeth in your sleep, it's linked to sleep apnea. So what happens is you have this sleep apnea, which is where you stop breathing and you're sleeping. And then your body tries extra hard to breathe to get that oxygen in your body. And then your heart rate ends up going up, and in turn your brain activity increases, and this in turn triggers you to grind your teeth back and forth. So a lot of people need to end up going back to the root cause of that arousal which led to them grinding their teeth. And for a lot of people, this might be as simple as getting a CPAP machine made after getting a sleep study. In this study, there was a guy that had both obstructive sleep apnea and bruxism, meaning he was grinding his teeth back and forth. He actually had 67 events of grinding his teeth back and forth every night. And then he ended up getting a CPAP machine, and then they retested him, and they found that all of his teeth grinding went away. So for him, fixing the sleep apnea ended up fixing his teeth grinding. So if you do grind your teeth at night, make sure you get a sleep study too. And if you want to try a home remedy first, something really simple you can start doing is taping your mouth shut and using a nasal dilator while you're sleeping. So the mouth tape that I like to use is something called 3M micropore paper tape. And this is literally just a medical grade piece of tape that you can rip off and tape over your lips. There's a lot of links between mouth breathing and sleep apnea as well. And there's evidence that if you actually transition someone to breathing through their nose while they're sleeping, you can actually fix a lot of sleep apnea symptoms. So you might not need to get that CPAP machine. It might be as simple as just breathing through your nose more. Now, number 2, the second cause of TMJ pain on my list is malocclusion. Yes, having crooked teeth can also cause your TMJ pain. The reason this can happen is when you have crooked teeth, when you bite down, you have this uneven pressure distribution throughout your teeth. And in turn, this can cause excessive pressure on your joint on one side, which can lead to more inflammation. You can also get something called traumatic occlusion, where you're hitting on one tooth really hard and really excessively, and this can cause a lot of problems with that one tooth. Because let's say you're hitting on one of your front teeth on the bottom here. Those front teeth on the bottom are really small. They're not meant to take a whole lot of load. Compared to your molars in the back, those are meant to be constantly chewing and for excessive forces. But if you're putting all that force on one of those small lower front teeth, then you can cause a lot of problems with that specific tooth. Then you can get a lot of bone loss, a lot of recession, and you might even end up losing that tooth because you might lose too much bone. So the best way to fix this would be getting braces or some sort of Invisalign, because this will help you get a more perfect and even distributed bite. Now, the other cool thing about Invisalign is you get these plastic retainers, so they kind of act like a bite guard as well. Now, if you don't want to go through braces or Invisalign because it's too long or it's too expensive, you could also still just get a bite guard made and then wear that at nighttime or something, so that at least if you are grinding or clenching plus having this crooked teeth at nighttime, it's still relieving a lot of that pressure. Now, number 3 is having stress or anxiety. Now, stress and anxiety are also two big things that can contribute to you grinding and clenching your teeth. And this is also true during the daytime. Also, when you have more stress, you have more muscle tension in the face area, which is going to lead to, again, more inflammation in that TMJ joint. So start focusing on trying to improve your stress. Try to incorporate some things throughout the week, whether it's going to the gym more or going golfing or going to the sauna more often or hitting the hot tub more often. Whatever it takes, try to incorporate some of that stress relief throughout the week. Don't ignore it. Now, number 4 is arthritis. So conditions like osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis involve a lot of inflammation in your joints. And again, one of your joints is your TMJ joint. And these conditions can lead to a lot more stiffness and pain in your joints. So if you have one of those conditions, this could explain why you're having some of that TMJ pain. Now, number 5 is trauma. So if you ever get hit in the face or if you have a whiplash from like a car accident or something, then this can cause a lot of misalignment in your jaw. And this can lead to a lot of inflammation and a lot of difficulty in moving your jaw and a lot of pain in general. So how do you fix this TMJ pain? Well, we already talked about the number 1 way, which is getting a custom bite guard made, which is gonna rest on either your top or your bottom teeth and basically protect your teeth, but also protect your jaw muscles in that TMJ joint, especially when you're sleeping. And we also talked about improving your sleep in general. Now, some other tips along with just getting a sleep study, potentially getting a CPAP machine made, or trying some home remedies like mouth tape and a nasal dilator. You could also go to the dentist and get referred to a sleep dental specialist. And you might get made what's called a mandibular advancement device, which is basically this device that shifts your jaw forward while you're sleeping. And the whole goal here is to create more room for air to go into your lungs. Because if your jaw kind of collapses when you're sleeping, then this can contribute to sleep apnea because there's just not enough room for air to get to your lungs. Now, the thing with these devices is it can shift your bite. So what you'll get made is something in the morning that you'll have to bite on for like 10 to 15 minutes probably, and this will basically just reset your bite. It's really important to do that because if your bite does change, then this can make those TMJ symptoms worse. Now, just some good general tips for sleeping good is make sure you have a colder and a dark environment when you're sleeping. So the ideal setting for your thermostat should be 65 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also try taking a warm shower before you go into bed because this will actually help your body start to cool off after you get in that shower and help you fall asleep a little bit faster. And also make sure you try going to bed relatively around the same time and waking up around the same time every day and trying to get those 8 full hours of sleep. Now, I did make another video going into detail about how to optimize sleep and why exactly these and other suggestions will work. So I'm putting a link in the description below if you want to learn more about that. And I also made another video more so going into detail about how to stop grinding and clenching your teeth naturally without getting a bite splint made if you don't want to get one. And I'm putting another link in the description below, so make sure you check that out. Now, some other ways you might get this TMJ pain fixed is going to a physical therapist, because sometimes it could be more of a muscular issue, and going to the physical therapist will allow you to strengthen other muscles that are being neglected, which can in turn help heal your TMJ pain. What you might really want to do is combining going to the dentist and getting that bite splint made along with going to a physical therapist. Also, just a general tip, if you do have a lot of this TMJ pain, try to limit the use of your jaw in general. So try to limit the chewing gum, try to limit the amount that you're talking, just so you can let that area heal, especially until you can get in and see a dentist to figure out what's going on. And the last tip I have is to add some things to your diet. So some promising research has come out on omega-3 fatty acids and how they have some anti-inflammatory effects. So this meta-analysis of 17 randomized control trials investigated using these omega-3 fatty acids in patients that have rheumatoid arthritis. They found that using these fatty acids for just 3 to 4 months ended up reducing their overall pain, and also reduce their morning stiffness, and also reduce their use of pain medication. There's also other studies showing benefits of supplementing with vitamin C and D in people that have arthritis, and also using glucosamine, both with and without chondroitin sulfate. And there's also some other evidence showing that these other changes in your diet might be useful in TMJ disorders specifically, not just general arthritis. But I will say, if you do have TMJ pain, please do not avoid the dentist, because they're going to be the #1 person that's going to be able to help you. Because it could be a lot of other things going on too, and you need someone that is specialized in the field that can help diagnose what's going on. For example, you could also have a wisdom tooth coming in, or you could have an infection going on. There could be a ton of other things. I just talked about 5 of them in this video, but there could be like 100 other reasons. So do not avoid the dentist. We know that sugar is bad for our teeth, and we often think that sugar is the worst thing we can put in our mouth. But you might be surprised that there is something that is much worse that you could be putting in your mouth. So first off, why is sugar bad? So sugar is a carbohydrate. And carbohydrates like this, when they go in your mouth, they feed a